creating self-concept clarity through contrast. And I'm also going to talk about a couple other ways to create self-concept clarity in this video. And this is based on my experience. I'm also going to mention a couple things based on where you are in your journey, because that's also really important, especially when we're talking about something that is so huge, that is completely creating your experience. Every aspect of your experience is created through self-concept. So if you even clicked on this video, you already know that self-concept is literally the master key, right? It's so huge. This is like the master program that runs your life. Everything is filtered through self-concept. Last Sunday, I did an event with my friend Christina. I actually posted in my community section, or it used to be called community, now it's just in the post. Sunday, we did a spring equinox event, Spring Revival 2025, and it was really fun. It was really fun. I knew going into it though, that it wasn't necessarily the ideal event that I would be running to sign up for. And it wasn't necessarily the event that expressed the self-concept that I am living into, the one that I want to be, right? It's not something that made me feel the way I want to feel. And I knew that going into it, but I wasn't super clear about that until we got super close to it. And so I just decided to go ahead and go through with it. I highly recommend doing what's in front of you as a way to get clearer on who you are, who you want to be, because those are one and the same. Who you want to be is who you really are in terms of expression. Who you want to be is who you really are. You didn't come here to just be someone that you're not. And unless you're just doing that so that other people can learn through you, that is not the way to live. It's definitely the opposite of wellness. It's not how the universe wants to get to know itself, right? This is a self-realization journey. I was so clear that I'm not here to do anything that is a distraction from that. Pseudo spirituality is just, I've been there, I've done that, and I'm serious, like I'm so done with that. So astrology, tarot, I've done my pieces with human design. Oh my gosh, I got like so deep into human design, which it's not for me. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that if you're doing that on your path and that's part of your journey. But if you're truly into the deepest levels of spirituality, you're not going to be doing tarot. I did tarot for a long time too. And eventually it just feels empty, especially if you are deep and you are here to realize who you really are. If you have a tattoo on your arm, right? Know thyself. I had this tattoo for ages. And then when I got it, it was right after this huge realization I had from the quote, "The truth of who you are, if realized," it was that if realized part that was like, oh shit, like if realized, that's where it is, right? The truth of who you are, if realized, will set you free. If you don't feel free, you have not realized who you really are. Who you really are is so much freedom. And this, I know this, right? And so this whole experience on Sunday was fun. It was amazing. My favorite part was when one of our women who attending got real. She said some real stuff, and I love that. I love vulnerability. I love authenticity. I love rawness. I love when it comes to just really laying it all on the line for this. That lights me up inside, like raw expression, authentic expression, saying the things and being the things and just living the fuck out of this life. Like that makes me feel so on fire and so alive. And I could tell during the event that I didn't have those pieces, right? So when we want to get clear on self-concept, look for those times when you don't feel right, when something feels off, because this is a clear sign that it's not aligned with who you are. It's not aligned with your values. It's not aligned with who you're meant to be expressing. It's not aligned with who you came here to explore. and get to know yourself on a deeper level. The universe is exploring itself through being, right? And so that might be like a what, depending on wherever you are in your journey. It might feel like a mental concept if you are just starting out and you're doing tarot and you're doing human design. Or if those things are really lighting you up, then maybe that is your path. But if it's not feeling like, oh my God, yes, if your heart's not on fire for it, it's not what you're here for. And I'm like 100% clear on that. That would make no sense, you know? It makes no sense to come here and just do blah, blah, blah. To spend this precious time doing anything that is just a distraction. This is just a waste of just pure potential and pure magic. But this event was a good time, you know? I enjoyed drinking the cacao, but it was just like, it wasn't like, ooh, yes, like, yes, this. It wasn't exciting. And so when we're looking for the thing that really is who we are, it has that excitement buzz to it. And of course, like, everybody is at a different point in their journey. So it might feel exciting, but ooh, it also feels a little scary. Or it might feel exciting, like, yes, but oh my gosh, what is that person going to think? And then you get to a point where you realize that doesn't make sense either. Like, that literally just doesn't make sense. That this experience is literally just you, and all you ever experience is your seeing, feeling, touching, hearing. You're not going to experience the other person's ever. It literally doesn't make sense to come and to worry about that. You're here to worry so much about this. And the worry is not the right word. Like, focus on that and deepen into that and get so much clearer on that. That's so obvious to me. But it was fun. It was a good experience. And seeing what lights you up sometimes comes with contrast. Sometimes comes with doing things that aren't it. You're like, ooh, this will be better if, ooh, for me, that event would have been so much better if it was just like a little more of an invitation to explore being. So dancing, right? Or even just talking about experiences of knowing the self, you know, like speaking things that maybe you have never spoken before, but you know you're here to have the experience of speaking that would be more up my alley, right? Self-inquiry, doing things around that, like plant medicine, that would have been more my vibe, right? Not just kind of going through astrological updates. It's just not my vibe. Doing tarot or oracle cards, it can be fun to spark a conversation, but so much more that's here. Spirituality is the study of what this is, what is going on here. Who am I? What is this? What is this? You know, this is spirituality. And if you are doing the other things, like I said, no big deal. But some of us are literally like, this is our air. How funny, right? Spirit, our air. Our air is to know this more deeply. And this literally sets you on fire. Then this is what you're here for, you know? And it gets to be that, of course. Of course, this is the journey of deeper realization of that, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I am doing a sampler tomorrow for my next program, and it's at 10 o'clock. I'll put the post on my community page, and I'll also be working on some more self-concept goodies. I'm actually doing some self-concept work with my coach. I'm really enjoying it. I feel like this journey is meant to be so enjoyable. And yes, there will be some parts that don't feel enjoyable. Yes, there will be some parts that feel scary, but the more you get to know this, the more you realize that it's nothing scary about it. The only scary thing is not getting to know yourself. The only scary thing would be to live a whole life and never know your purpose, the concept that you were here to express. Like, that would definitely be very, very scary. Okay, so I was talking about this earlier. I am my mom's reincarnation, I feel like, right? Like, I watched her live a very worried expression, and I get to live in such a way that I know that's not the way. I know that's not the way, but she taught me by not being it. So we get to get clear on our self-concept through contrast. We get to get clear on our self-concept through excitement and like what lights your soul on freaking fire. Like, ooh, like on fire, like you feel like you're going to burst into just like electricity, pure electricity. But that's how it gets to be. Like, of course. So stay tuned. I will see you in my next one. Between now and then, create the 2025 that you want to look back on and be like, I did the damn thing. Like, I lived the fuck out of 2025. And I will see you in the next one.